made it. Still standing. Don't nobody know you. Black Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Made it through the war, you could check my scars. Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars. You should never take it easy when it might seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far.
I'm still standing.
Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurt.
It's okay.
With every one of my flaws, I feel perfect. When you take a loss, you develop a hard surface.
Yeah.
When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it.
Said I learned by heart, no Googles or YouTube. Stepped on colored tops during recess, drinking Yoo-Hoos while passing the rock. They was passing them rocks. I was hooping, but the dudes that smoked used to hoop too. Thinking like focus up young, or that could be you. Boy had a shot, now shooting up what he used to. I played chess, moved like fresh, not what they used to. A lot of pride hid them stamps when I brought food, growing pains. This here for the have-nots, that'll have you in some knots. In order to have nots, either you part of the plot or we digging your plot. Think fast, cause what we pull up with, shaking the block. My bro fighting depression, plus sick as hell, he's sick as hell. Still getting knocked, he's sick as cells, but sick with cells. Still had guap when he got popped. He hit it well, he wished it well, then boy came home, brought another scale. The winning circle by the small as a dot, period. I keep my circle by the small as a dot. If they ain't making what you making, then they making it hot. Furthermore, I need furthermore, whatever's more than a lot. Let's go.
Made it through the war, you could check my scars. Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars. You should never take it easy when it might seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far.
I'm still standing.
Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurt.
It's okay.
With every one of my flaws, I feel perfect. When you take a loss, you develop a hard surface. When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it. He ain't see the big picture, so they made him a mural. When you ballin', gotta get around the hate with the euro. Even though I'm from the city, need a place that's rural. Get the house before the whip and then grind till it's plural. If you talking big spenders, then I'm mentioning Brenda. With the last name Walker, no relation to Kimber. See, we was getting money as long as I can remember. Still spending old bucks, you know, Lou Alcindor. I used to open doors, Alicia with the keys. Bunch of people that I feed, plus I got a couple seeds. I'm so against ratting, hate it like a disease. The kids don't understand why they never seen Chuck E. Cheese. Ambition of a hustler, I wanna succeed. Living for the moment, cause nothing is guaranteed. I call it a blessing, others call it greed. I got everything I want, but I never got what I need. Playing with your life, that's a hell of a wager. You should never pay attention to gossip and stack paper. Too busy trying to get a few acres for every hater. I'm getting to it, 24/8 like the greatest Laker. Made it through the war, you could check my scars. Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars. You should never take it easy when it might seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far. Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurting. With every one of my flaws, I feel perfect. When you take a loss, you develop a hard surface. When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it.
No. We made it. Still standing. Don't nobody know you. Black Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Made it through the war, you could check my scars. Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars. You should never take it easy when it might seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far.
I'm still standing.
Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurt.
It's okay.
With every one of my flaws, I feel perfect. When you take a loss, you develop a hard surface.
Yeah.
When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it.
Said I learned by heart, no Googles or YouTube. Stepped on colored tops during recess, drinking Yoo-Hoos while passing the rock. They was passing them rocks. I was hooping, but the dudes that smoked used to hoop too. Thinking like focus up young, or that could be you. Boy had a shot, now shooting up what he used to. I played chess, moved like fresh, not what they used to. A lot of pride hid them stamps when I brought food, growing pains. This here for the have-nots, that'll have you in some knots. In order to have nots, either you part of the plot or we digging your plot. Think fast, cause what we pull up with, shaking the block. My bro fighting depression, plus sick as hell, he's sick as hell. Still getting knocked, he's sick as cells, but sick with cells. Still had guap when he got popped. He hit it well, we wished him well, then boy came home, brought another scale. The winning circle by the small as a dot, period. I keep my circle by the small as a dot. If they ain't making what you making, then they making it hot. Furthermore, I need furthermore, whatever's more than a lot. Let's go.
Made it through the war, you could check my scars. Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars. You should never take it easy when it might seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far.
I'm still stamped.
Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurt.
It's okay.
With every one of my flaws, I feel perfect. When you take a loss, you develop a hard surface. When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it. He ain't see the big picture, so they made him a mural. When you ballin', gotta get around the hate with the euro. Even though I'm from the city, need a place that's rural. Get the house before the whip and then grind till it's plural. If you talking big spenders, then I'm mentioning Brenda. With the last name Walker, no relation to Kimber. See, we was getting money as long as I can remember. Still spending old bucks, you know, Lou Alcindor. I used to open doors, Alicia with the keys. Bunch of people that I feed, plus I got a couple seeds. I'm so against ratting, hate it like a disease.
Yeah, we here.
Don't understand why they never seen Chuck E. Cheese.
Mi gente, my people, we're in the building.
Living for the moment, 'cause nothing
And
is
we're
guaranteed.
chilling.
I call it a blessing. Others call it greed. I got
A lot going on this week. CeCe's in the house.
Playing with your life. That's
Robin's in the house.
You should never
Ada's
pay
in the
attention
house.
to gossip and stack paper. Too busy trying to
You know what I'm
get a
gonna
few acres for every hater.
I'm gonna play
getting to it.
a world
24/8
premiere.
like the greatest Laker. Made it through the war.
The
You
first
can check
Boardwalk
my
Global Media
scars.
video.
Wanna understand life? Get behind these bars.
Yeah, the first
You
Boardwalk
should
Global
never
Media
take it easy when
music
it might
video.
seem hard. And I ain't come this far just to come this far.
Say what?
Gotta learn how to smile when you still hurt. Every one of my flaws, I feel perfect.
If it's the first
When
premiere, you
take
gotta
a
have
loss,
a
you
baby
develop
in
a
it.
hard
Yeah,
surface.
yeah.
When you finally win in the end, it was all worth it.
We have a baby in everything. That's crazy. So I'm gonna show you something crazy. You ready? All right. So this is the rough of the first Boardwalk Global Media
Commercial?
music video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the world premiere.
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
Oh, you put this stuff.
Tell them bitch we dancing, throw it back up on me.
You put Bubba T on it.
Oh, yeah,
You just want to squeeze him. He's such a sweetie.
He is. I gotta make it make sense. I got horn player.
No. We made it. Still standing. Don't nobody know you. Black Bruce Wayne.
Tell them bitch we dancing, throw it back up on me all night. I know she be
Made it
cheating,
through
only
the war.
fucking
You
rockin'
can check my
off-white. They don't
scars. Wanna
me, got the
understand
party
life?
rockin'
Get
all
behind
night.
these
We want
bars.
to
You should
move
never
like
take it
two
easy
people
when it
like
might
she
seem
said that she
hard.
needs
And
me.
I ain't
I
come
never
this far
believed
just
her,
to come
talking like
this
she
far.
wanna
I'm
ride
still
and
standing.
never
Gotta learn how to
She
smile when
wanna
you
dance
still
all
hurt.
night.
It's
Talking
okay.
about the
With every
vibe,
one of
right?
my
I'm dripping
flaws, I
out
feel
on-
perfect. When you take a loss, you
Cardi in
develop
my
a hard
wrist. She
surface.
gon'
Yeah.
When you finally
Pass
win
it
in
to
the
my
end, it was
phone,
all
I get
worth
the
it.
Said I learned by heart, no Googles or YouTube.
I know what
Stepped on color tops during recess, drinking U-Hools while passing the rock. It was passing the rock. I was hooping, but the dudes
Yeah,
that
but I'll put the flyer for you.
Thinking like
Shout
I'm
out
focused
to
up, young.
RPH.
Or that could be
Shout
you.
out to Beverly
Boy, had a
McFarland.
shot.
In the
I'm
meantime,
shooting like what he used
Pass
to. I
out.
played chess, move like fresh, not what they used to. A lot of pride hit them stamps when I brought food, growing pains.
That is
This here for the have-nots. That'll
12.
have you in some knots in order to
Yeah, what's up with that date? What's that
This
there?
this Wednesday, y'all all need to show up because we need to hold all our elected officials accountable for signing on to the blueprint.
What are you talking about? He ain't do it. He said he didn't do it.
But let you know what, the date is already there. We're there to find the facts out.
It's easy to blame somebody else for your mistakes.
That's called CYA.
That's what a scapegoat is all about, right?
Listen, I'm not
That's
gonna
the
let
whole
y'all.
purpose of what a scapegoat is.
You better leave my boy alone.
Who is this person we're talking about anyway?
I'm not gonna say his name. Y'all gotta be there to find out. Gotta be there to find out. But everybody needs a chance to explain themselves.
Well, let him do it. When is he gonna do it?
On the 12th.
Okay.
We're gonna bring it to him.
Even though I'm from the city, need a place that's rural.
All right, let's start the show.
That's what we'll do. Anything from ego from the women. We're gonna let this go.
I never believe her, talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes, right? I'm drifting that off white. I'm so against rap.
Let's go to work.
Look, I'm catching up.
Once again, this is me, Gente, me people with Claudia CC Perez. We in the building. Yes, y'all.
Extra support.
We want to welcome you all to hanging out, tuning in, hanging out on a Saturday. And today is another one of those days. Right now, it is about 50 degrees outside. It's raining. It's cloudy. All of that. Steinway Street is busy. Claudia's in the house. Ada's in the house. Okay, so can we just take that off the camera? I mean, can we?
No, let us not
Do we need that? Do we
Take
need
it off.
Go, 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 go.
Take it off. Take it off.
Okay. This is when you have a show with someone that is in the family way. Things will happen unexpectedly, and you have to let that rock. That's cool. My name is Rock Logic, and I'm here hanging out with CC Perez on a Saturday afternoon in May. Today is May 7th. Tomorrow is May 8th, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all y'all. Tomorrow, all you moms. Good to know y'all around. We need moms. We need moms. So, Claudia, you ready?
Yeah.
As you're not a new mom, but you are another mom to someone else again.
A new mom to somebody.
Right? 1, 2, 3, and bang. Word up. So welcome to Mi Gente, My People, with your host, Claudia CC Perez, and we're doing it again, like another episode of this, right? And the show's kind of transforming into something else, which is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't always talk about the same thing all the time and just beat you all in the head with the same damn thing. So I'm glad that it's transforming, it's becoming different, and we're starting to have a little bit more fun, I think.
Absolutely.
We're becoming more fluid.
Yeah.
So, Cece, what's going
Why
on?
does sound low?
Huh?
Everything sounds
What?
low.
How about that? Did that
I
do
like
it for you?
that. I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Yeah,
then
that
no,
is
because then when I start talking, they said I'm screaming at them.
Yeah, nah, we just
Sometimes a scream is good.
right. Ain't nobody mad at that.
No,
Claudia.
I just don't want to be the gossip columnist of nature.
Right,
So
right.
I'm just gonna be, myself.
All right, so something's happening where you've kind of juiced it up too much.
I think that's just me.
I get a new IT person.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, now we should be good.
All right.
All right, go.
So we got Ada here. See, look. See,
Turn
Oh,
that down.
I see.
Turn it
down.
I see. It's her headphones. I see.
I can't.
Hold on, wait. Let me turn these down. Hold on, wait. Do you hear anything now?
I can't hear.
All right, hold on. All right, do you hear anything now? You don't hear nothing?
No, I can't either. I can't hear
All right,
you.
that's you. Oh, no, that was you. Hold on. You hear? No, that's me.
I can hear it.
So this must be you. You hear nothing now, right? Nothing. There you go. All right, so we do that. Now you be cool.
Yeah, be cool.
We're gonna level you out and turn you up a little here, and there you go.
I got my own volume.
Go ahead, put your thing on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Listen, I got to step away from the table. I need space.
Oh,
Like, you better stop laying
yeah. I'm
on me.
sorry, I forgot about that. That's
Are we struggle streaming again?
No.
I can't wait to get, I feel like left out. I don't get trolled. I don't get like.
Well, we gotta change that today. Let's change that today.
Yeah, we gonna get your ass trolled. We gotta get Claudia's troll game out.
Happy to be here today. I just want to say, I made it out here, especially in this weather, just for y'all today.
Exactly. She feels special because when she said she don't come out, she ain't coming out.
I didn't think she was coming. I heard the rain this morning. I was like, she ain't coming.
I called her before. I was like, listen, before I go upstairs and get pajamas. She goes, no, we're gonna go. I said, okay.
I'm going. This is my show. I'm going to always be here.
And you here?
That's right.
You did not.
I was all out of breath. I needed some salsa in me.
You did not disappoint.
But at the end of the day, I'm here. Gente.
So are you getting any exercise? Are you doing any exercises?
Girl, listen. I get lots of exercise
you doing
every day.
Ooh.
Like, no, for real. I do my I have my step counter. I try to do 6,000 steps a day. I'm not always successful, but actually this week on Thursday. Oh, let me tell y'all about my week.
I can't wait to hear about this.
Well, let me just tell you about my Thursday, because that's related to nature, right? That just tell you nature is drama. So the new VP, Daniel Sherrod, I heard had some issues going on, but anyway, so he came to visit us, and I prepared for this visit. But my nail had broke, so I went to the nail salon. Got my nails done, and then I decided to get my eyebrows done. So I went into the eyebrow place, which is like diagonally across from my nail salon. Then I was so angry because if you look at my eyebrows, it looked like pencils, and then I had it. My hair doesn't grow much, so it's gonna take like about 6 weeks for me to get it back the way I wanted it. So I was upset. Then she gave me a facial and didn't put the sensitive stuff on, so now my face is breaking out. So, needless to say, I walked out of there upset. Now, I'm on 116th and 3rd Avenue. Now, we all know there's no trees. There's no nothing over there. It's like walking up and down Steinway. Lo and behold, I just feel something on my head. So, when I put my hand up to like, what is this? It was bird poop.
That's supposed to be good luck.
Yeah, that's what I told her.
The bird pooped on me.
But that's good luck.
Oh, you got shit on your head?
Yes, the bird pooped on me. So, me being me, y'all know I'm extra. I'm always animated or whatever y'all want to say it. But I had to go directly to the beauty parlor. Hence why I just got the golden locks. And then I'm in there. But you know what's so funny is that the lady that does my nails, her daughters are pregnant. So here we are. I'm in there and I got pregnancy all around me. Then when I get to the beautician, my beautician is pregnant. So
lot of COVID babies.
Yes, that's what's so special about it. But what are the odds of a bird? And I'm just looking up in the air, like, where the hell was this bird? Like, he must have been I'm saying he, because everybody's a he to me. So I'm just saying it must have been a fly drop. You know when they flying and they just let it go? And I just so happen to be in the right spot.
I got to tell you something. I'm pregnant too.
You having a throat baby?
Yes. Throat baby.
Nothing wrong with a throat baby. Safe. Unadulterated, unsolved.
Listen, you know what that is, Ethel?
I could just imagine.
What do you imagine? I want to know what you imagine.
She turning red, so don't.
I ain't turning red. It's just
I see you turning red. You as pink as your shirt right now.
Yeah, you match. Look at them cheeks.
You don't have no throat babies.
Always red.
No throat baby, Ada.
Absolutely not. Don't even do that to her.
I don't even know what it is, so I can't say if I did or I didn't.
Do the
Why never say
so
throat baby is just a baby that you kind of actually don't have, but all the mechanics are the same, right? Yeah, all the mechanics are the same.
Instead of the stomach, it's in the throat.
That's all.
Yeah,
that's all.
But
she's like, I don't know what that is.
Tonsil bowl.
Throat babies are good. Oh, Carlos Leon said, so what is it? Nigga, you know what it is.
Yo, my dude. Don't even come on here and act like that, yo.
I know you know what it is. Perv.
So continue with your story.
So, but either way, so, I went to the beauty parlor and then I had a pretty good day after that. Like so far I've been all right. But yeah, also this week, shout out to Baby to Baby. Listen, if y'all don't know, NYCHA's doing big things with expectant mothers. You can go onto the portal, and it's not them keeping track of you. I'm telling you to go if you're expecting, if you're an expecting mom, go to the NYCHA portal and go on there and let them know that you're pregnant, because they have these. You won't have to pay for diapers. You won't have to pay for a lot of things. Like they offer doulas. They have different organizations that they partner with now.
But you have to be a NYCHA resident.
Yes, you have to be a resident of NYCHA to receive these services. So, Baby to Baby is located in California, and they came out to New York to do services for the hospital, but some way, somehow got, excuse me, y'all. See, that's pregnancy. I got gas in my throat.
So you do what you got to do.
Yeah. But,
take your time.
You having twins.
I'm gonna take this off.
You got the throw baby.
They falling. My head is small right now.
Yeah. Your head shrunk from the pregnancy.
It actually did. Everything else is swelling. So I will tell you, Baby to Baby came by. Y'all can look them up. So what they did, they had baby bags. And in these baby bags, I mean, they the bomb. So in the baby bag, you had this little package of a full thing of baby clothes. So they had the hat, the onesie, the sweater, and like a little booty to go with it. Then they gave you some socks for the baby. Then they gave you not one, not two, but a whole 54 pack of Pampers. Wow. They gave you baby wipes.
Nice.
And everything had their logo on it, called Baby to Baby. It's BABY to BABY. So basically, they gave out, what else they had? Teethers.
Teethers, cream for the mother.
Oh, yeah. No. Let's go back to the cream, because it was oil of Olay, regenerative clean. The night cream that we need. You know that thing that costs like $27? Yes, they do that in there for moms. Wow. Yes, they did. So shout out to the moms. Yeah, Aveeno. It wasn't that Johnson & Johnson stuff. It was Aveeno sensitive skin baby wash.
Pacifier.
I love that.
I got a picture.
Yeah, you said pacifiers, but yeah.
And the teddy bear. Don't forget.
Oh yes, and they also partner with Build-A-Bear, so you got a Build-A-Bear in there. You know what I'm saying? And it was just
like you
so
build a
cool.
teddy bear?
No, it's a custom, like a customized bear.
Like Build-A-Bear is a customized bear.
Yeah, it's like a one of a kind.
Like what do you do? So what do you do? What do you do?
Huh?
It's just a bear.
It's just a bear, a regular teddy bear.
You stuff it?
Well, we will have that at our show coming up on the 19th.
Okay.
We do have Build-A-Bear coming.
Yeah. Because I know somebody stuffed the bear.
Yes, you stuff the bear and put it in the machine. I don't think they bringing the machine out, but we will have that organization out.
I didn't even know you did that. I didn't know they did that.
Oh my God! And then Build-A-Bear is awesome, but let me stick to Baby to Baby.
Okay.
Don't distract me, because you know my mind is like kind of short. But yeah, so we had our Cali girls out there. They were amazing. You know what I mean? We were able to give new moms who already had babies and the ones that were expecting these beautiful baby bags. And it was a canvas bag. It was like it wasn't anything fancy.
Nice.
But I like the fact that especially you're going to keep that bag because it becomes a beach bag. That's how big it is. You understand? Nice. Because for it to fit like that whole 54 pack plus everything that I told you in there, it shows that it was durable. And it was really cool because NYCHA is really stepping their game up. Nice. So like I'm telling y'all, go onto the NYCHA portal and let them know that you're expecting. You understand what I'm saying? And you get most of these services are for free. They also have this other organization that they partner with where it's called Lullaby something. It's called Lullaby something. Okay. And what they do is you create a song. And they give you a beat, they create a song, and you create a lullaby for your baby. Yes, and they also have like the talking circles where they also have a book project like that. where you can create a book. I'm telling you, they're doing some really amazing things.
fantastic.
Like it's a lot of stuff out there, and if you're going through the NYCHA portal to get these services, it's free. You don't have to pay for them. I was speaking to them, and they're talking about doulas, and we all know doulas are expensive. I got mine for free. Look, she right there, Robin.
I'm your doula.
So at the end of the day, you know, they are offering you services because they never did that before. And, you know, coming out of COVID and the hardships that's going on, we all need a little help. So now we have resources for you guys. And, you know, that's what I like to do. I like to connect people with the resources, and they do it themselves. And I'm just going to shout out Baby Carriage on East 104th Street between Lexington and 3rd Avenue. It is a Black-owned baby store where they sell carriages. Now, the lady is so amazing in there. Like, if you wanted to throw an intimate baby shower, it's a small place, and if you wanted to, she said it's real intimate, it's affordable. When you go in there, they also have a breastfeeding section, and she brings breastfeeding classes. So it's like, I've been finding out all these new places and people that have these organizations. But yeah, y'all gotta check her out. You know, the strollers are a little bit pricey, I will say that, but she has something for everybody's budget. And that's what it's Black owned, y'all. It's Black owned. Like, y'all gotta go out there. So I'm hoping to get her on the show. She offered me to do the show inside her store, but yeah, she does rent it out. She does little birthday parties, and once a month she has a barber in there to give the children $5 haircuts.
I love that.
Right?
And you know what I think too? I think that there should be, for young mothers, to do infant CPR.
Absolutely. That is the most important thing. That you know, Breathe CPR is supposed to be coming out with some stuff like that. Also, we're gonna get some classes going. CPR also for the animals should be coming soon. You know, we're working on those proposals. So you know, BGM is actually expanding. You understand what I'm saying?
They should have like infant CPR classes.
It's very important because it's totally different than the way that we do it for ourselves.
Right.
And we never know when we're going to need that. You know what I mean? So you are exactly right.
And I think it should totally be a part of the program. I mean, they're giving away all the stuff, but in the event that something happens, you know what I'm saying? You want to know how to respond to that. You know
and what's so good about it is that they asked me to be the ambassador of their program. Nice. And I'm introducing them because when they only like 7 months old. This program that's being introduced to NYCHA about the new coming life. What they came out during COVID, and what they did was they did a baby shower event in every borough. So I contacted them. You know me, I'm always emailing people. So with me doing that, they responded back to me, and that's why Baby to Baby was able to come to me. On June 19th. They are tabling. They brought a bunch of vendors as well. But these people are really great. When I tell you, what we're working towards now is I introduced them to presidents, and they're doing individual baby showers at individual developments. That's the stages that we're at right now. So me being the ambassador, I'm getting the word out. You understand? And I'm just so grateful for this. Right. Like I'm really, really, really grateful because I tell them I'm a unicorn. You're not gonna get the average story from me. And why I say that is because I'm an advanced mom. Right. You know, I'm a vintage pregnancy. Hey. There you go. I don't know the mother words, but you know, we over the 40 benchmark, and being pregnant is totally different than being 20, 25, even 30 and pregnant. So, you know, it covers all aspects. Another aspect that they're going into as well, just because you had a miscarriage, it doesn't mean that you're not a mom. You are a mom. You had
Yes.
a baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you going
I don't
through
think
that.
there's any resources available for men,
So
for
that was
women who have
something-
miscarriages. Like, I don't know if there's any help that.
And there should be.
There is, and they're looking to bring that onto the program.
Okay.
That's what helps with me being the ambassador. You understand? Because not only that, we need fitness classes before, after, and during. Because everybody thinks when you're pregnant, just relax. No, you have to get that exercise in.
Yeah, I used to do squats.
They said that's good.
Yeah.
but I don't do those.
You gotta get them
No.
squats.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It gets kind of difficult with the squats as you get bigger.
Well, I'm just
Your balance.
You know what?
Your
Look,
balance.
let me tell you something. Everything is about endurance, right? So if you do 2 squats a day, then you can do 3 squats. Then you can do 4. And I'm gonna tell you, when it's time to push that baby out, it's like poop.
My niece is pregnant. She does yoga.
Yeah.
Yoga is good.
Downward dog.
She does yoga and she don't sit in a regular chair. She's always sitting on the
Now,
wall.
according to what I researched, women are not supposed to be on their back.
Not at all.
They're supposed to be squatting down.
Oh, when giving birth.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the natural way of
That's the
doing
natural
it.
position.
Or
it's
or
gravity.
doggy style.
Okay.
Yeah, they just said that.
I didn't
Really?
know about
Like they,
doggy.
like they,
Yeah,
like they
you get
just,
on all fours.
I
they
didn't
just,
know that.
Yeah, it's easier.
so who's gonna catch the kid?
No,
The doctor.
it's
You just better hope you don't-
according to anthropological research, the grass is supposed to be there. It's supposed to be a soft bottom.
Oh,
like
a soft landing.
yeah.
Well, the doctor's there.
But that's where the doula comes in. The doula comes in and she
And you can
helps.
get birth from water.
Okay. All right. Catch it. Okay. All right.
Get birth from
Listen.
water.
Right. Water
I
births.
always say, like, I've done it the traditional way and I've never had a problem. You know, but every pregnancy is different. Hey.
No, but you know what? According to Western science, because that's how we all have lived our lives, according to Western-based, ideology. Anything dealing with anything before that, which is a very traditional way of giving birth, because C-sections weren't a thing until
Recent.
right. So anything dealing with C-sections, because I remember reading something where if the baby was not in the right position, there was a way to turn the
They
baby.
do.
That is correct.
That happened to me in my first pregnancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could turn.
They
it.
had to turn
That's what a
the
doula
baby.
and a midwife is for, right? So that you can have a healthy birth. Because, I mean, between birth and life, there's a very fine line between death, right, for the mom and the baby. So what I learned before Western science is the way to naturally give birth is to do it in a downward position so that the gravity can pull the baby down without complications to the mom. I don't know anybody outside of Western medicine that's ever needed a C-section. What do they do in India?
I have no idea. We need to look that up.
Yeah, they
That's
in India they
interesting.
drop it like it's hot. They just they just boom, shit's done. And kids out and
Yeah.
the mom moves on and goes back
I
to
don't
work.
know about any Chinese C-sections or Indian C-sections.
I get it, but that's a topic I don't know.
Back in the days when babies were born breached and they couldn't come out, mothers used to die giving birth.
Yeah.
Correct.
There
right.
was more stories of childbirth.
Stillbirth and-
Mothers giving birth. I mean, dying during birth.
No,
because
that
there
the
was
baby
none
would
of that.
live, but the mom would die because they'd have to cut the baby.
Because the turn,
Yeah.
right? That turn, right?
They won't get-
Or you'll have the one where the umbilical cord is tied
Wrapped
around the
around
That's
the
neck.
neck.
how I was born. I was born choking on my umbilical cord.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they did my mother's C-section. That's why I have a messed up arm because the doctor went in and yanked me out by my arm
Right.
to save my life because I was choking on my umbilical cord.
Jeez.
Yeah, I had a birth like that I had to deliver. The woman in the ambulance, she
Dr. Rock.
the umbilical cord was wrapped around the baby's neck.
And you can't do a C-section right then and there.
Correct. So the protocol is for you to grab the baby by the head and basically push him back up in the vagina and just hold him there
And hold him there.
and keep the pressure off of the neck until you get
But
to the
doesn't
hospital.
that do something to the brain?
Well, you either choke or I push you back up in the bush,
Got it. Okay.
right?
And hold it
So
there.
and then you
Then the cord will loosen
right,
up.
right. So it's once again it's kind of a gravity thing, really, pressure thing. So you just kind of push them back up and you hold them and you just hold them in position until you get to the hospital.
I don't mean
Yeah.
to laugh.
No,
but
because
you
he-
had your hand inside, your whole hand in
Yes,
the
yes, because the baby was coming out,
in the vagina.
and I saw that in the vagina, right? And I saw, I
the
said,
vaginal.
I said, I'm like, the umbilical cord's there, right? And you can't really get to it to unwrap it.
Right.
So you gotta kind of push the baby like back to kind of relieve the
Yeah, but
pressure.
once the baby comes out and the nose is exposed to oxygen,
Still, umbilical cord is still happening.
You gotta
push
it
them
back. In. It takes them a while to get the natural oxygen.
to even happen.
That's why when they first come out,
They give them that slap.
Yeah, remember when the baby first comes out. That's why the doctor used to smack the baby on the butt, like breathe
to open them lungs up.
Yeah.
So, but you gotta keep your hand in the vagina until you get to the hospital.
Did that?
Yeah, I did that. I was on the stretcher.
He had his hand in the vagina.
In the vagina.
Yes, holding the kid off of the umbilical cord.
How long was the ride?
It felt very long. I mean, it might have been about maybe 5 minutes or so, but to me, it felt like an hour. Like it was it was the worst shit ever.
Can I see your hands?
Yeah. Plus, she was screaming, and I'm like, listen, man.
They kind of small, y'all.
Yeah,
They
so
kinda,
no, his hands are
I
not
said kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Nope.
It was. I just,
But
and
remember
I,
that the vagina opens up.
exactly. It was wide open, baby.
Those are not small hands, bro.
No, but I can imagine the head with the hands. That's a lot.
Yeah, listen, save
Our
the kid's life.
vaginas go through so much.
It saved the kid's life. That's the deal. But I do know that that's a deal. Yeah.
Wow, we learn a lot about you.
So let me ask a question. There's some news going on.
The abortion.
Yeah, the Roe versus Wade thing. What is your take on that?
Keep your hands off my ovaries. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. No man, and that's what it's coming back to. Men telling women what they should do with their bodies.
Puritan society.
No, you gotta remember, it's these evangelists who are there, these white evangelist men. Because remember, what they're trying to do to us is bring us back to the classism. Okay, where it was the white man knew, and then then the white woman, and then the others. Because remember, we were 3/5 of a man. Because when they say that it's not in the Constitution wasn't even written when it came to my vagina and my reproductive system. When a man can reproduce and go through what a woman goes through, then you could tell me something. Because let me say this, right? It takes a lot to go through a pregnancy, but it takes even more to do an abortion.
Yes.
Okay? And even when you abort a child, you are still a mother. You are still a mother.
You've been transformed.
So at the end of the day, I'm going to take a quote from my boy Bill Maher. If you were never born into this world, we will not miss you. Because you can't miss what's never been here.
True shit.
You understand what I'm saying? And for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying is the choice is left up to the woman. And this is what I'm going to say to my audience. If there ever was a time to vote, if there ever was a time to stand up, and y'all need to think about this, right? How many of you guys have had the oops? And you want the female to have an abortion, and you can't afford to pay for that abortion. Or vice versa. The women has the oops. And you're like, wait a minute. I know I'm not ready. I know this is not for me. And not everybody's meant to be a parent. Point blank and simple. Some people just know that they're not meant to be parents. And guess what? That option should be open to every and any woman that chooses that. Not to say the plethora of other situations, whether it be a medical or maybe it's a rape or an incest. And how many rape and incest babies have not happened within the black community that is not talked about? Because we are, whatever happens in this house stays in this house community. So it's a lot of that's not even being approached. Okay? I was watching where you had women in Tennessee and Georgia who were not even able to get on abortions, that when they get pregnant, their only option is to have that baby. Because it's so hard. A lot of them have the babies because they cannot get to a clinic because they don't have a ride. this should be available to whoever wants it. Pregnancy is not easy. I am blessed. I am very blessed to be pregnant and having my 5th child. It is only through God that I am able to do so.
You gotta get that shit right.
What I'm saying?
You gotta put some spec on that shit. God! Yeah, now you're good.
Absolutely. But, all jokes aside and everything, I am blessed to be able to do that. Everybody's body would not have been able to go through what I've gone through. I've had 3 miscarriages and 1 abortion before I gave birth to my first one.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear.
Okay?
Wow. Crazy.
I've had a miscarriage with twins at 5 months, where I am now.
I'm sorry.
So at the end of the day, you cannot tell me. I mean, like, it plays a lot of. If I'd have had all my kids, I think this would be 11. But either way, I knew when I made that choice. Yes, fertile myrtle over here. But either way, you understand that option should be open to anyone who chooses that. And that is a personal decision. A man, so you're telling me that a man has a right to tell me if I know that I'm not able and capable of having a baby, he has the right to tell me that I have to go through that? No, absolutely not.
So I have a question, right? What is this flyer about that you have here? What is this?
Which one?
The rally to save our NYCHA homes. What is that about?
Basically, the blueprint has not gone anywhere. It's still on the assembly floor. So this is a rally to let all of our elected assembly persons know and our senators know that this is not something that we want. We are saying no to the blueprint and no to RAD. I do not mention PAC because PAC is something made up by New York NYCHA. There is no legislation. There is no laws where you can read about PACT. It is RAD, point blank and simple. They just called it they gave it a different acronym so it can sound better. Oh. But we are letting them know. We are saying no to that. And this is an election year. And whoever signs on to this will not receive the NYCHA vote.
Oh.
Point blank and simple.
Interesting.
If you read the fine print, it is telling you the article and the legislation in which is coming upon the floor in the assembly, really? And some of you got to blow it up. And some of the assembly members who have already signed on to it. Now, I am asking every single person whose name is on this flyer to explain themselves. I know in East Harlem.
So you're going to show up at somebody's house?
Yeah, we're going to be in front of Eddie Gibbs' house with this rally.
Ooh, heavy.
So the bill number is A078058. And the sponsor of this bill.
Put it in the chat, Rock.
Is Simbrowitz. The co-sponsors are Fall, Benedetto, Burdick, Cook, Tapia, Cusick, Rivera Jr., Seawright, Gibbs, Dinowitz, Eichenstein, and Kim.
Eichenstein.
They even got Junior involved in this.
Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat.
So what I need you guys to understand that the blueprint is not dead. Now, the blueprint has undergone changes. And about 2 weeks ago, it was printed, and a copy was brought to us, right, Ada? Directly to us.
It's on your desk in the office.
Yeah, it was brought directly in black and white, and I'm glad they did the copies. It's like a 90-pager of legislation now I have to go through, and they're claiming that everything that we were talking about that wasn't in it, they're going to put in it because now it's inside of it. All the things we were protesting about. No, from going from Section 9.
Claudie, I don't want to leave this, but I just want to address the chat room because when people punch in, I want to just talk to them. 12 Veil says, I heard that they want to criminalize women that miscarry. That's one. And two, women need to be in an uproar about details of Roe versus Wade.
They need to be in more than an uproar.
It's gonna be a big thing.
We need to start tearing shit down, and I'm gonna be real honest with you.
It's gonna make like the Black Lives Matter. It's gonna be bigger than that because
they forgot about the pussy parade, the pink hats. They forgot the Million Women's March. They forgot about that. They forgot about that.
It's gonna be big.
Okay, when Trump went into office, they forgot about that. But we stick together. But they are absolutely right. If you have a miscarriage, they talk very vaguely about that, but what they're saying is if you abort the baby, they will process you for murder. You gonna go to jail. The doctor gonna go to jail for doing it, and you're gonna go to jail with him for having him do the procedure on you.
The abortion.
Okay. For having the abortion, you're gonna go to jail, and they're gonna criminalize also the doctor that performed the surgery on you.
So we're gonna have a whole lot of
Then they said. Then another thing that they're saying is, if abortions are still on the table, the state taxes should not be paying for it.
Wow.
The government's money should not be used to kill people, because that's what they consider the baby. People. Now, in places right now, before you get an abortion, they're making you go through the pregnancy test, and you have to hear the baby's heartbeat, and you have to witness the sonogram before you make that decision.
Yeah, they do that now. They've been doing that for years.
But you know what? Sonograms help you detect deficiencies in your pregnancy. As it is right now with my vintage pregnancy, every 2 weeks I go for a sono. So I have more pictures of my baby that I'm having now than I have of my 4 children that are alive.
So let me ask you a question about this. Do you think it's racially motivated, right, to stop abortions? For example, there was a friend of mine, she was having some issues many years ago. And we went to a clinic, and I was her chaperone. And there were a lot of people outside protesting, against abortions when the white girls went inside. When the black girls went inside, they kind of like turned their backs, and they were very quiet about it. And I mean, that led me to believe that
it's racially motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they want the white women to stop making those decisions and having the abortions, and they want to build back up the white race. And I don't care how many times they get pregnant, they still can't catch up to us. You still will be the minority. We're getting up there, and they don't want us up there. We are there. We are there. It's no way. It's more of us than it is them. And that's why they want to bring back that classism. Let me tell you, those evangelists that are there, all those old white men who are in our Congress, in our assembly, in our Senate seats, they serve a different God than we do.
But those are the ones that are very.
Thank you, because slave owners went to church every weekend, did they not?
No, I'm thinking those are the ones that they get busted doing.
Little girls,
funky shit,
and boys.
They're the ones that
you should move forward. There you go.
But they're the ones that get busted doing it. They're the ones that later on. But I was watching this show, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's called the Hicks Babies, where there was a doctor who was delivering babies and then telling the mothers that the babies died while he was taking the babies and then selling them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I thought it was the Hicks, and there's over hundreds of babies that he did this to. In some part of, I forgot, I think it was that.
It's always a rural part of America.
And it was little by little, every day this lady was finding more babies, and they call them the Hicks babies, and he died. Very successful, but nobody knew he was doing that until after he died.
Not only that, but there was an article last year that I found shocking that no one said anything about. Well, there's a Catholic church, I believe, in England, or I don't know where it is. Please don't quote me, but they found like hundreds of buried children.
Oh, we have one in Harlem.
No, this one. No, this was like 5,000 children.
No, okay, help me out, Claudia. The Catholic Church is on 117 in Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
They have the rectory next to it, and one time they were redoing the rectory.
Yeah, they was renovating.
They were renovating, and when they re-renovated, they opened up. There was babies buried there.
Oh my goodness!
What's the name of that church? Is it St. John? I forgot the name of the church.
I don't know the name of it.
Yeah, they were
Patrick,
like
something
they were
that.
like
St. Patrick.
they were
I
like
forgot the name.
5,000 something like that. 5,000 dead children, and they were children, babies in the walls. And I'm like, oh my god! Like
There's some sick people.
Well, I mean, that is as a result of women not being able to choose, right? They drop the babies off thinking that the babies are going to be taken care of.
And they're treated like dogs in kennels.
Yeah.
They were doing the hanger abortions because that's we're going to go back to.
Back to
doing
that, to the 60s.
Yeah.
You're right. Give me a second. I'm going to see if I can play this video. But also in the chat room, 12 said, 12L says, I want to know how Mayor Eric Adams is addressing the murder rate in New York City by illegal guns. That's the loss of life. Also, Chicago had horrible rates, and still illegal guns are a major issue. And
they can't control the way the guns are coming into our communities
unless you fight the government.
Until
the government is bringing the guns to the community.
Exactly.
At this rate, they're not. It's not even the government anymore with all these ghost guns that are popping up.
Yeah,
right,
they're coming in pieces, and they're just putting them together.
You can build a gun.
You can build
a bear.
Yeah, you can build
a gun.
I'm going to play a couple of commercials. I'll see if I can play the video, and we will absolutely positively be right back.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world. No, the universe.
Boardwalk Global Media Radio.
Still, chapter systems are offline.
Oh shit, nigga! Is you crazy? Get the power back on! Oh shit, here we go again. Please donate to our Cash App, Boardwalk Podcast. That's $, Boardwalk Podcast. You're tuned into Boardwalk Global Media. Your show will begin in the next 2 seconds.
I'll see if this will play. Hold on for 1 second.
That little bitch be dancing, throwing back up on me all night. I know she be choosing only fuck I'm rocking off white. They don't understand, we got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride
and
in the
it's
two-seater.
over.
She wanna
Okay,
dance
cool.
all night, talking about the vibes, right? I'm dripping that off white.
Cardi in my wrist,
But in the
she
chat
gon'
room,
do
here's
a
what we
twist. Pass it to my bro, hand up, I get the assist.
All the opioid addicts and still harm? Is that harm? Harm reduction is underfunded. Harm reduction. I just want to say something about that, and I'll address it. I don't agree with it. And something else I want to address too. Apparently, our content is terrible on Friday because we're having those streaming problems right now. Whatever we're saying must be very offensive. So I'm just saying, like.
So wait, no, the stream hasn't stopped.
No, I'm saying the stream's been fine. So probably on Friday.
We're terrible.
We might need to change our time or our content.
We have to tone it down. No more edibles on Friday.
We haven't had one drop the whole time we've been on. No problem. Everything is good. Listen, YouTube, we're just having fun. That's all we're doing. We don't.
We're gonna have to change it to a Christian variety show.
Yeah. Like not one single issue, and we're just kind of going.
No,
it's
we pushed the line on
yeah,
Friday.
it might be. That might be.
I don't
a
think we
problem.
need to tone it down. No,
No, it might be a content. Because listen, ain't no problem. Like Eagle from the second floor. I'm just saying.
You hear that? Once you said that, you heard
Oh wait, go ahead. There's that. Eagle from the second floor.
No,
I'm just saying.
I think we pushed it too hard.
That must be it. Cause
no, but we can turn it over to the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, we can definitely talk about that.
It wasn't a problem until it hit the white communities.
Well, that's where it started, right? The opioid epidemic actually started in the white communities originally, right? When they first started out with OxyContin, what they did was they targeted the coal miners in Virginia and all those places. Yeah.
What's your source?
This is where it started. My sources were online, number one, and also there's a movie out called Dope Sick, which they actually tell the entire story of how the opioid crisis came to be in terms of the marketing and the company and how they invented the market, right? Because we all know that an opioid is addictive. But what they said was...
It's a narcotic.
It is a narcotic. But what they said, and they made these doctors believe, is that they had put something special, a special coating on the pill that makes it non-addictive, that it does a time release on the narcotic over time, so you don't get that rush, right, when you first take it. This is what they made the doctors believe, so that's why they pushed it, right? But the reason why they chose the coal miners is because coal miners, are a population that get injured regularly.
Yeah, the working conditions are very harsh.
Right, exactly. So that's where it started. So it actually started in the white community. I mean, I know we've had heroin in our community and so on and so forth.
And crack.
Made a big comeback.
And they didn't give a shit about us. But once, the white people, were addicted to this. And here's what I'm saying. And this is what I was driving at, what I wanted to say. This is kind of the point. I think, giving Narcan to addicts to stop them from ODing, to me, is like ridiculous. I'm like, first of all, in the words of the great Robin Walker, you made your choices. You know what I'm saying? You're an addict because you became an addict, and that's what you did, so on and so forth. So why should you get free medication, right? The Narcan. Why should you get free medication? But then for people that suffer from anaphylaxis, children, it's a $900 EpiPen.
Yeah,
you don't make that
free. They inflated those prices. They did that illegally. Right. That should have never been done.
But to get addicts to be covered with medical, you go, oh, feel sorry for them. They're addicts. They're sick. To me, being sick is you wake up in the morning, you go to your doctor tells you got cancer. You're sick. You can help yourself from getting that.
Correct.
You being an addict, it was a choice that you did it upon yourself.
Correct.
And you put the needle in the vein, and you the one who smoked that. So why is it that now, because you're an addict, you're sick, you get full privileges? You get
they get a lot of food stamps.
They get everything.
No, but you have to realize there's
money in that.
Well, beyond that, there's a racial codification in everything that is being fought. And here's. Well, let's just go back to Roe versus Wade, for example. That memo that was leaked by Justice Alito, he alluded to the fact that there were people who were pro-choice specifically for the purpose of eugenics in the African American community.
Eugenics meaning what?
Racial population control.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote it in his brief. And that's what made it so controversial. So he noted that, although abortions are legal, abortions were legal because it targeted certain groups of people first. But they didn't anticipate that a lot of white women would also have an oops moment and therefore wanted to make the choice of whether or not they want to be a parent. And I think with the opioid crisis, we just said that. We talked about the crack. I mean, we had a whole decade. And before that, we had a whole decade of heroin addicts.
When they came back from the war.
So that wasn't an issue until someone OD'd. Was the senator's daughter. She OD'd, and then they made the Rockefeller drug laws. And everybody who was associated with that drug dealer, whether or not you sold drugs with him, he called you on the phone and said, listen, they got you on conspiracy.
They brought you down.
Okay?
Yep.
And with this opioid epidemic, there's a softer tone toward the people who have been affected by it, as opposed to a harsher tone that they allowed other people to get.
Like when you were on crack, they didn't offer you those services. They took your ass to jail.
And it's funny because
it was criminalized.
Yeah, and I'll just talk about the what do you call it? The conflict, right, in people's ideology. So I read an article last week. Today's Saturday. It was this week, where Trump. Remember when Black Lives Matter came to Washington D.C.
Call it out.
And he told one of his aides or another senator that he wanted to shoot
them,
the protesters.
Yeah.
Can't we just shoot them? Is there any way that we can shoot them?
Yeah, get them out of the way.
We were on the same page there. That's on when you put it out. I was like, yeah.
See, that's a blatant display of how people are being treated based on what race you are.
I was treated in a racially way today.
Oh, let's talk about it.
On my way over here. So we got off on 61st and 3rd Avenue, and there's this little old white lady in the bus stop. And you know they have that 2-seater there, right?
Yeah.
So one side of it was filled with water, and I looked at the seat. I said, nah, I'm not going to sit it. The lady looked at me. So me and Ada continued to stand there to wait for the Queens bus. So slowly but surely, the bus stop starts to get filled. So there's this white lady, way younger than me. Now, you know you could look at me and tell me I'm pregnant. She looks at her and she go, oh, dear, would you like to have a seat? Because I can move my bags. I only put it there because it was heavy. That's when I said Black Jesus spoke to me. Because...
like she's doing you a favor.
No. She told the white lady.
Oh.
The white lady that's younger than me. Do you want to sit? I only have my bags there because they were kind of heavy. If you want to sit, I will move the bags for you.
Right. And then
and at that moment, I wanted to say, no, she don't. She said she don't want to sit, but I do. And I said, you know what? Leave it alone, because you really not. You know what I mean? It's not like you really feeling like. Because sometimes I'm not even gonna lie. I'm standing there, and that's why I don't take mass transit anywhere. Because sometimes I could walk 2 blocks and then my ass wants to sit down.
No, I get it.
You get what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. You cannot rely on your enemy to give you any room.
Absolutely.
You can't. You can't rely on your enemy to give you... You're relying on your enemy to give you courtesy. You can't do that. You got to remember, this is war.
I totally get it, but I just didn't have the energy for the fight today. But any other day, I would have said something. Any other day, because even when I first, and I saw the wet and I saw it back, when I first got there, I was going to say, can you move your bags? And then I thought about with the COVID outbreak coming out and all, but the funnier thing was the lady that told her no, she didn't want to see, got no mask on. Achoo! Achoo!
Yeah, we just walked away.
Listen, I walked away from that bus so fast, and she knew why I walked away.
I think she did that on purpose.
Listen, no, this was the one that denied the seat, so she didn't even know. But either way, you could be right.
Don't rely on your enemy to give you any type of courtesy.
I wasn't relying.
No, and I get it. And listen, sometimes.
But I was just
like, look. Sometimes you have to think about it, right? Just because you don't think you're in the game, just because you don't want to participate doesn't mean you're not in the game.
Absolutely.
You're in the game. And not only are you in the game, you're now carrying a seed that you have to teach
the game.
Too. This is not a game. This is, and life. I spoke about it. I spoke about it on the show on Friday. We are bombarded with our enemies' education. They educate us. They teach us about our religion. These are our enemies. And then they're surprised that we don't go along with their program?
Absolutely.
Why are we asking permission from our enemies to treat us nice?
That's what they want us to do.
No, but we don't have to.
We don't have to. Yeah, absolutely right.
And once you are silent, you are complacent.
Absolutely.
Oh shit, we lost the stream.
That's a lie.
No, I was just joking.
That's a lie.
I'm gonna see if I can play this video. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, but I just didn't have the energy today.
Oh, you got it. It looks very big.
Yeah, it does.
That little bitch be dancing, throwing back up on me all night. I know she been choosing only fuck, I'm rocking out white. They don't understand, we got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes, right?
I gotta work this out.
Work it out.
So I'm gonna go one more time. Hold on, okay. Because I thought that I had settled it, right? Because I did the.
He's so proud of this video.
I see. Well, we're gonna talk while he works it out, and then when it comes on, we'll start talking.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, let me just see. Let me
because
see.
at the end of the day, it's
Did that?
It's blood.
That just did absolutely nothing.
It did nothing.
I can't even edit.
That little bitch she dancing, throw it back up on me all night. I know she be cheating, only fuck I'm rocking off white. They don't understand me, got the party.
Suck bullshit.
Stop. Look.
My God, you keep going.
Look.
Enough with that.
You keep
Just don't shoot your load too early.
You keep going.
When it's time, it's time.
You'll get it.
All right, you also you do have another flyer though.
Yeah, that's what I said. What happened to the other flyer?
Yeah, we got another flyer out.
There you
Shout
go,
out.
hold on.
Oh yeah, see, this is why I love my district leader, right? And if you look at me today, this is a faded shirt.
It's old. It's
not that it's old. It has sentimental value to me. That's why I refuse to give it up. This is about, in El Barrio, we have a dominoes tournament that happens every year annually with all the old timers on
And
100
stickball. Don't
and
forget the
stickball
stickball
game, right? And it relates me to this flyer because I partnered with my district leader, Harry Rodriguez. And I remember when he came, it was so funny. So he came, I had a youth event. This was about, because of COVID. I give it about 6 years ago.
Okay.
That's how old the shirt is.
Wow.
6 years ago, I call him my Theo Harry. So he came, he's like, yeah, I just came from the dominoes tournament and blah, 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 blah. You understand? And he was like, I got this shirt. So then I says to him, but where's my shirt? I said, you didn't give me a shirt.
Ooh.
He gave me the shirt off of his back. He took his shirt off. Of course, he had another T-shirt under there, but he took his shirt off.
I was about to ask you about that.
No, he took it. He took this shirt off, and he said, "Here," without even a question or a thought. And that's family. That's what family does. Our video is playing, y'all.
Oh my God. Shit! I think I got it.
Where's the
Our
music?
video is playing.
Wait, let me see. That's crazy.
I see.
I think I got it. Hold on, I think I actually got it.
Oh, I remember. I seen this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
that was
snatching nosy is out.
There's
That
no warning
hurts.
to the audience or nothing.
It's there. It's there.
There you go. Yank it out.
All right, yeah, world premiere, y'all.
Junker systems are offline.
Oh shit, nigga! Is you crazy? Get the power back on!
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Let's.
That little bitch be dancing, throw it back up on me all night. I know she be choosing only fuck I'm rocking off white. They don't understand me, got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes, right? I'm drifting that off-white.
Cardi in my wrist, she gon' do a twist. Pass it to my bro, hand up, I get the assist. This a hit, no miss, cross her off the list. Send her home in Uber, her boyfriend, they probably pissed. Making money, dance, yeah. Do that money, dance, yeah. What he making one, yeah, I get that if one advance, yeah. Money bulging out my pockets, she know I'm equipped. Did the dash, I ran up with a heart and caught me a lick. This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me. Only fucking with me cause she see me up on TV. This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me. Only fucking with me cause she see me up on TV. That little bitch be dancing, throw it back up on me all night. I know she be choosing only fuck I'm rocking off white. They don't understand me, got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes, right? I'm drifting that off-white. She steady chasing after me, saying that it feels right. She just need me in her life, all I need is one night. I don't have no time to waste, her boyfriend is gonna hate. She just want me to herself, but baby you kinda late. Telling me your boyfriend lame, baby I just can't relate. Maybe you just want the fame, see me in a private plane. SRT when I'm switching lanes, hit your phone when I'm in your state. Get you wetter than a lake, put that thing all in my face.
This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me, only fucking with me cause she see me up on TV. This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me, only fucking with me cause she see me up on TV. That little bitch be dancing, throwing back up on me all night. I know she be choosing, only fuck I'm rocking out white. They don't understand me, got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes right. I'm drifting that off-white.
Your systems are offline.
Oh shit, nigga! Is you crazy? Get the power back on!
You just had to do it.
I had to do it.
Love it. Girl, she is too needy. Only.
Well,
Yo,
listen.
big shout out to
Girl, she is
Amanda.
too
Amanda's like,
needy.
Mama
Say
T,
she
that was
love
so
me.
cool.
Yes.
You just had to do it.
I had to do it. It's not even quite done yet. I still have some edits to do, but that's the.
You didn't even like give it the proper like
12.
introduction.
12.
You
I'm
just like, I'm
gonna
gonna play it. Here it go.
Yes.
yeah.
This is Claudia C.C. Perez. I am the resident council president of the resident council in Washington Houses, NYCHA. You know, I'm one of 300. There's 300 of us. And we are elected officials. We are the elected officials of our developments. We have to get people to vote for us to be into this position. We cannot just be appointed to these positions. So it's like a real campaign. And whatever is going on in the development, we are the first ones that NYCHA goes to. Our other elected officials go to. So when you have others that advocate for your development, the best way to go is through your resident council, or we also call resident associations. But we have to get our name right. We are councils because what makes us different from a tenant association, and I tend to stay away from that analogy, is that we have federal legislation that's written that governs us. It's no other, like a tenant association, block association, they don't have legislation that backs them up. We do. And that's what we're talking about. And that goes back to the rally. When we say save Section 9, is because that is what public housing is. You know, 30% of your income is 30% of your income. It's not that what they're doing is, and they're trying to put us under, hold on. I don't know what it is.
I think it's this one.
We're gonna get out of here with that. But what I'm staying away from, right, and what I'm talking about when we say save Section 9, is we want to save public housing as it is. There is also Section 8 public housing, which does not cover 30% of your income. You understand what I'm saying? Section 8 public housing, all of a sudden they found vouchers. The Section 8 has been closed for decades. People have been on that list and be trying to get a voucher for decades. All of a sudden, when it comes to New York City public housing, they have vouchers. And why they have these vouchers is because the vouchers apply to the apartments. It does not apply to the family that lives within the households. And that's the problem. Because the more you make, and granted, you understand what I'm saying? We do need to pay our fair share. And that is totally understandable, but we also know there's people out there under the Section 8 who don't fit in that criteria right now that are living in public housing. For point an example, we have people in our public housing developments, and this is another stigma that we need to get away from. Over 60% of the households in NYCHA pay over $1,000 in rent to live where they live. They are paying close to $1,500. We have 10% of NYCHA that pays close to $2,200 a month, and you come home to pissy elevators and stuff of that nature. So again, our rents are not low. Our rents are not low, and I'm going to say that again. So how do we fit within that Section 8 stigma? Our vouchers will only be $10 to $1. And what's the sense of eating up that voucher if it can go to a family that needs it? And then that causes displacement. And most of the people who I'm gonna give another point an example. I have a senior couple who are retired. One is post office and one is MTA. They get pensions and they also have their 401ks and they also have their Social Security. They're paying $2,200 for a 2-bedroom apartment. Okay, so that also has light and gas and electric included. Under the Section 8 public housing, your light and your gas and your electric is not included in that. So that therein is going to put them in a bind because they have added bills to their not their rent, but to their cost of living. So what are they going to use for food? Because they then make too much to get supplemental assistance. They don't get no food stamps, and they won't get other services. So where will they go if you displace them? And these are families who raised their families in housing. Their families are now moved off and on to bigger and better things, and they just chose to stay in their neighborhood. It becomes displacement. And what happens when we displace our seniors? They then become sheltered, and they then are susceptible to diseases, the diseases of dementia, the diseases of Alzheimer's, and I can go on and on. You understand? They cannot adapt to a new atmosphere.
And it's only going to get worse, right? Because the board has just approved the rent increases.
Thank you. 4%. So understand.
4 to 6% for 2-year leases and 2 to 4% for 1-year leases.
Either way, that 4% is a lot, especially when you're on a fixed income.
Yeah.
And a lot of us who live in public housing cannot afford that because we already live in hand to mouth. So the rents we're paying is 30%, and that's where we want to keep it.
Is there a way to fight that?
Absolutely. That's why we are, like, one of the things that I push is resident management, and that's also in legislation, and that's what they're not looking at. That's what none of the elected officials said was possible, but it is possible because if you have the correct leadership within your NYCHA development, it is in legislation, and they have to abide by your legislation. But it's not up to NYCHA. It's not up to your elected officials. It's up to you, the residents, to understand that legislation and to enforce it. Because once you conform to beginning your resident management, that is the answer to stop all of this conversion that's happening in our communities. And only through leadership and knowing this and knowing how to facilitate this are we going to be able to do it. We could point the finger all we want, but some of that responsibility falls back on us.
Yep.
And that's why I say I am a resident council president.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Damn right.
How can other people get involved in, like, the grassroots? Like, what do they need to do if they want to get started?
Join your resident councils. Support your resident councils. And if you feel that your leadership is lacking, there's elections every 2 to 3 years. Run for office.
Right.
The only way we're going to stop the assembly from accepting the blueprint, because the blueprint is legislation that they're trying to put through on the assembly level so that it can get onto paper. But then they're saying all the things that we were fighting against in the blueprint, they have now inputted into the new version that they created and putting in front of the assembly. But we all know those are different statutes, and it takes long for that legislation to be passed. And it's no guarantee that it's going to be passed. So once you say yes to part of it, the rest of it they can have sit at that table. And then guess what?
Right.
You're stuck, and you gave up your rights.
Right.
You gave up your rights.
I just want to ask you, Claudia, what is PSA 5?
PSA 5?
12 Velez is saying,
PSA
I went to the 23 buildings covered by the PSA 5. And I'm happy to see that you are on this program.
That's my that PSA 5 are the precincts, because NYCHA, all NYCHA developments are not with local precincts. That's why our precinct wouldn't be like the 23rd or the 54th. They're called PSAs. Police service areas.
Yes.
Okay.
Police service areas. So I'm in police service area 5.
Got it.
And what happens with that, it's so many developments. And if I do believe you stand corrected, we do have 34 developments under PSA 5 that run from, they cover all the way from Midtown.
All the way
down by 42nd Street, all the way to parts, the very early parts of the Bronx.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So, that's why it's so hard to police NYCHA developments. And the local precincts are supposed to support and come in when the PSAs cannot. But the problem with that is that when the local precincts come in, they're not the same. They're not the same.
Maybe they don't know.
And the children, I'ma just call it, the youth that are targeted don't know the difference between, they don't look at their badges and their arms to know PSA or to know the 2-3. So my thing is, and I always say this with the PSA.
That's why I asked, does the PSA, do they carry firearms also?
Absolutely. They're police officers.
Okay.
But they just strictly cover NYCHA.
Okay.
They don't, if something happens, so I live between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. Across the street on 3rd Avenue, if something happens over there, that is the 2-3 precinct.
Yeah.
Something happens on the NYCHA property, that is the PSA.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So back in the days, the precinct was actually in the development.
Yes,
right. I remember that.
So when I think it was Giuliani decided to merge
it was
all together,
no PSAs.
That's when the PSAs came out.
Created.
Well, big shout out to PSA 5. They're awesome.
Listen,
they go beyond.
They're my boys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one that never messed with Popo.
Yeah.
They really, let me tell you something. And a lot of the stigmas that we do have as citizens, that's where the PSA come in and they work through that and they build that relationship. We do have our community officers in NYCHA. We do. So we know Loida and her Sanchi, we know that they're on shift. And we know every single day that they're coming. It's not a new officer. You get what I'm saying? The only time you would see a new officer is if they need backup. Wow. But you know the people in your PSA versus you don't know the people in your 2-3.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And they have a totally different attitude because those are the training cops that come in and they're not used to working into the communities such as ours. So that's where the conflict comes in. Yeah. Because the PSAs work very hard to build that relationship. Yes. They work very hard to build those relationships. And then you have the 2-3 who will respond because the PSA can't. And they're like, wait, hold up. Why y'all dealing with us like that? We was just chilling with y'all the other day. They can't tell the difference.
So there's no one in between the PSA and the police department to bridge the gap and work with the community, right?
No.
So there's a void there.
12 said on the PSA 5 letterhead, they only highlighted 23 buildings, and Grampton is no longer named that as per.
Yes. Once you're taken over by PAC, you are no longer under the PSAs.
What?
Now, because it's a public-private partnership now. Now you're public. You're part of the privatization. So even in your precincts, now you turned over to the precinct.
Wow. I'm sure
NYCHA don't even respond to you anymore.
Oh,
they turn you over to the management company that they sold you to.
Wow.
And they
sounds like slavery.
CNC, PRC. These are management companies who have the worst records. They're just as bad as NYCHA. And these are the people that they're doing these public-private partnerships with. Wow. You understand? So that's why, again, before y'all turn us over to somebody else, turn us over to us. And when I say us, again, getting into the resident management, that means so many different things. You have to conform it to your development.
So my final question is, we all know that NYCHA is a bureaucratic system, and a lot of the things that are wrong with NYCHA right now is not being properly handled. How do you hold people accountable that are elected into office that are in charge of NYCHA? How do you hold them accountable? How do you punish them?
There's no punishment for them. What you have to do is you play the game. And when I say play the game, point an example. Okay, we have, it's like so many things running through my head right now, but I just want to pinpoint on one in general. Okay, now we have contractors on our development who are doing our roofs, right? They talk to me weekly, directly, and let me know, hey, is it okay for me to go to these buildings? But before that even happened, because previously they didn't do that.
Oh.
So you have to develop your relationship with the hierarchy in NYCHA, because and that's what they always say. So what you have to do is shame NYCHA. You have to shame them, and you also have to keep a paper trail.
Got it.
Because when I write an email, I don't just write it to my management, because people go to management and, oh, my manager does this, and oh, my manager does this. Oh, let's talk about our manager too.
Which manager? We don't have one.
Exactly.
Ooh.
So
give him the buzzer.
What happens is when I write an email, I go all the way to the top. I put Gregory Russ, who's under him, who's under that one. And then I put all my elected officials on there.
Wow.
So guess what? Okay, sometimes I do send an email and nobody, you'll have like 30 people on an email and nobody wants to touch it.
Damn.
So then you go, okay, I previously sent, and you keep the same chain. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to answer you. Because then your elected officials have to get involved. Because guess what? It's on that feed. You got to keep your own receipts.
Yeah.
And you have to push them. And once they realize, okay, you know what? She's not playing. That's the first and the last time that you have to do that. They don't want it to get to that level. Because even when your elected officials don't answer, that's when you bring the media into it. Because now you're putting the media on this chain.
Right.
And they're reading all the consecutive emails because you're keeping it on the feed. So you're having your own document. You got to keep your receipts.
Is there a way you can get like a group of people to do the same thing?
I tell my residents to do that all the time. Like what I do, I don't keep it to myself.
Got it.
I have a how-to. This is your assembly person. This is your congressperson. This is your city council member. When you write your emails, and NYCHA has a chart of the hierarchy. They have a chart, and it's on the portal. So you just start emailing these people. But you gotta keep them all on the same feed.
And you have to follow up and say, look, you haven't answered what's going on.
Like I said, then you address it to the media.
Yeah.
And they like, wait a minute. They don't like to be on TV.
I know.
That's how you get them. Because at one point in time, I used to do it so much that they would call me and be like, Miss Perez, can you please stop calling the media?
If you want something done in your development and you're not getting it done, call the media. It gets done like this.
Well, I think
but media should not be your first choice.
It should be
it's the last resort.
There you go.
When you don't have any other options, right? Mm-hmm. But I think that everybody who lives in NYCHA should follow the same protocol.
Absolutely. Because they even have a borough office, which is not a borough anymore. And that used to be above your management.
Right.
And then after management, after the borough office was corporate, and they changed their name so many times that I just go to the chart and I know who's who.
Right.
And I put that on that how to. This is who you do blah 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 blah. And guess what? I still have people that come to me. Well, I don't know who to go. Instead of me keep being repetitive, here's a piece of paper. You have to walk, because a lot of people, especially what happens in my development. Well, I told you about it. No, it's not that you just told me because you know that I'm going to get it done. I need you to do the legwork too. You just telling me, a lot of people will tell you, well, you know, this is going on in my house. And you'll go, where's your ticket number? They won't have a ticket. Or they'll go, oh, you know what? I put in a ticket last year and they closed it. Give me that ticket number.
Right.
And they can't give you that ticket number. And instead of me saying, well, it doesn't look like you did, I go, well, you know what you do for me, sweetheart? I need you to go online right now, call them, call the 718 number, or go on the portal, the CC portal, create a ticket. I don't even care if you created the ticket 5 minutes ago. Give me that ticket.
Okay.
So I have a ticket. Yes, you have to have a ticket, because then they'll tell you there was never a ticket put in. And you don't know if that person put in the ticket or if they didn't put in the ticket and they closed it, because they don't give you access to that.
I see.
So you need that ticket. Whatever ticket, I said, I don't care if it's old, closed, or new. Give me a ticket number. Because now, by the time they get to me, it's like so bad in their apartments that it needs a media, because that's what you see on the media, the immediate attention things, right? Because you'll see like the ceiling falling, like some of the apartments I see, I tell my resident, how did you even let it get like this? You understand what I'm saying? But I can't judge them and I can't blame them, because whatever the situation is, you're depressed.
Yeah, I mean, nobody
nobody
deserves to live that way. My question is, I always say it's my final question.
No, it's not.
But so, in your position, are there other developments that you're in connection with that are doing the same thing?
I tend to reach out to presidents.
Yeah.
That's where I go. I go to presidents.
Because I'm thinking that the ideal situation would be all the presidents get together, form like a coalition or a political bloc, and you know, fight on that particular level.
We do have that structure.
It's a lot of presidents.
It's a lot of presidents, and then you have a lot of presidents that are like me. They're very strong-minded and they're set in their ways because they've been there forever.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I like pay all due respect to them. And you try to work with them. You work with those who want to work with you, and the others you just keep it pushing.
Okay,
that's how it is.
Just gonna hit the chat real quick. 12L says Wednesday, May 25th is the PSA 5
nomination for the board.
For the board, yeah.
So you must know Beverly's running for that president position, and also Miss Perez.
Beverly who?
McFarland. And Miss Perez, who is the current board.
She's been on the board for a
current
while.
president. And shout out to Miss Perez, because she's a paraplegic. And she's been holding it down.
I think, I know how you get the mayoral debate. Is there a way you can do the, like a spotlight on the candidates to see what they're going to do?
I will ask. I definitely will ask. And we're trying to see, like, where they're at with it.
Yeah, because I mean, if anybody can run, you need to know exactly what they're gonna do, right?
Oh, give me more work, Robin.
Sorry. Listen, if your last day, when's your last day again?
June 19th.
Yeah, well, let's get you working until then.
Until then. Until the hammer drops.
Yeah, but you know what, guys? I enjoyed this show today, and we're gonna shut it down because it's Mother's Day, and I'm ready to go home.
All right, that's a bet. And we'll be back next week with Mi Gente, Mi People, with your host, Claudia CC Perez, co-host Ada.
And like the page.
Please like the page.
Yeah,
subscribe to the page if you haven't already.
Is this on Facebook too?
No, we went straight YouTube. And
no, they should be liking the page. Like the page. If you've already been here up until this point, like the page and subscribe so you can get notifications.
Yes,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
play it on my Facebook pages on my way home. I like to tag everything, and that's how I always watch the show. That's how you get better.
Yeah,
you gotta watch your show.
I heard Ethel Velez has health issues.
Miss Ethel, she hasn't been doing too well for a very long time.
Okay.
Miss Ethel is the sergeant at arms for the CCOP, and we could have a whole conversation on CCOP. CCOP is the City Council of Presidents, and these are 7 people on a board who represent the entire president. That's the board over all presidents.
Oh, it's a circle within a circle.
So like the mayor, and even NYCHA, they go to them, and it's up to the CCOP to disseminate the information to the other presidents.
Oh wow!
So, and then after the city council, CCOP, City Council of Presidents, they have DCOP.
Is that CCOP?
No, COP.
Cop.
Do you see cop?
Black cop.
Cop.
Black cop. Black
Cop.
cop.
Black cop. All right, you didn't get the P off well.
I said cop.
I heard it. I don't know what you
It
heard.
didn't sound right. I must be losing my hearing.
Yeah, but then after C cop,
Thank you.
they have D cop.
So what is D cop?
District Council of Presidents, and then from there, that's where we come in, the presidents.
So if you have all of these councils, then why is there a problem in Niger with these people having issues with their homes?
Again, I said there's over 300 presidents, and when you have on the C cop level 7 people,
that's like the penta. What is that thing? What was that?
The pyramid.
Oh no, the pentaverate, pentaverate.
Yeah, but residents don't really, a
Pentaverate.
lot of residents don't get involved, and a lot of residents don't know.
Right, that's the thing.
levels.
They don't get involved because they don't
get-
know,
They
right?
don't get involved.
I won't even just say that. I wouldn't say that they don't know. A lot of them choose not to.
I'm gonna
Right.
tell you something. I lived in housing for 10 years and I didn't even know this. I lived there 10 years and I did not know this information.
Information.
I just moved in.
Okay, but it depends on your leadership.
I didn't even know I had a leadership. I didn't
Again,
even
it
know.
depends on your leadership. Like everybody knows I put my flyers. You get what I'm saying? They
Right.
know when it comes from me.
Like if you first
No, you're
move into
very active.
NYCHA, you know, if I got something in the mail that says
There should be a
like,
handbook.
But it's your but you know what? Again, because what I was working with management is a welcome packet.
Right.
And in this welcome packet, and see, back like many moons ago, they used to have this where it told you all of this stuff. But the same way they told you the rules and the regulations, they had a booklet for that.
Yeah.
And some way, somehow, that booklet just stopped being circulated,
yeah, I'm like, if there's any
updated, or
change
whatever.
in, like management for NYCHA.
Oh, we
I
don't have management.
I'm just saying, like, look, these boards, I would like to get a memo. I would like to know what's going on. If I'm interested, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, if you're an investor and you buy some stock, and they go, we're having a management investor meeting.
You
At
wanna
least
be
they
there.
give you the notification to say, listen, I'll either abstain or I want to vote. But if you live in NYCHA and you know these opportunities exist, then why aren't they giving all of the NYCHA residents the option?
We know about new residents because when I'm walking the dog, I see the moving trucks, and I'm nosy. I go, "Hi, how are you? I'm your vice president," and I'll introduce myself and I
Right,
tell them.
but they won't know
no.
when they're moving in that they
It's
have
not
these
like
structures in
See,
place,
it's,
right?
no, they don't know. And they put, okay, I will say NYCHA is supposed to be working hand in hand with the councils, and they don't. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. And you look, I got a 7-man board for over 4,000 residents.
Just interesting. It's just
So,
interesting to me.
I can meet a new resident every single day.
I'm just saying, if someone's paying $2,200 a month, right, and they're not really able to sustain outside of the rent a livable lifestyle, I want to know what's going on so that I have a say. Like, I'm struggling here. I need to let my people know that I'm living this way. What are you doing about it? That's all I'm saying. But if no
But
one,
you see, what you said right there is what am I doing? Because I had a conversation with a lady about that. A resident, she called me, left a message. So I want to know what you're doing about the asbestos in the community. And I'm like, first and foremost, I didn't know that was happening at your building. You get what I'm saying?
yes,
When I know about something, I actively try to do something about it. And that's one of the reasons why we do need the residents. Because again, this is 15 buildings.
Yeah.
I'm not walking around to every building.
Right.
Not that I don't want to, I just don't have that much time in a day
Right.
to check every building every day on a everyday basis. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not what I'm doing, but what can we do?
Right.
What have you done
Right.
at this point? Because when you come to me, again, I want a ticket number. And some people will be like, well, what do we need? Because everything is on that ticket system. Whether it's something in the communal space or the common area or on the grounds, it needs a ticket number.
yeah.
So my thing is, the simple thing is to put in a ticket. Your first action is to, you see something, put in a ticket.
Yeah, I don't think that, excuse me, but I don't think that, if let's just say I'm moving into NYCHA and say I win the lotto or my apartment comes up, there's no one to give me something that says if you have an issue, here's the.
That's where we came in and we made that template.
But I don't think all developments have that same system, right?
No.
That's sad.
It depends on your leadership.
Yeah.
And you also have people who are rebel rousers and they give you false information. So then it becomes a competition thing.
I see. But this is all political.
And then you have those same people who post up flyers in your development, and they can because they're residents. And people will go, well, I spoke to so-and-so and I was told, and I'm standing there scratching my head. Well, I don't know what that person told you, but this is what I know.
Got it.
So then you're reteaching. You get what I'm saying? So then you get what I'm saying? That's where the conflict comes in.
Got it.
And that's where the divisiveness comes in. And that's why we have so many outside organizations organizing NYCHA residents. And they don't respect the councils. Oh, you don't do nothing. All you have is a monthly meeting. You should be having multiple meetings. Well, maybe we could do that if we work cohesively together. Because I don't have that much time, sweetie.
So these councils, CCOP, right, and the DCOP, are they getting paid by the city?
No, nobody gets paid.
Okay. Wow.
We used to get a stipend, which is like a $45 stipend. They used to, but that came out of our TPA funding, which is a whole nother thing. And that means the funding that we got from HUD, we were using to pay ourselves.
Gotcha.
That's what that was. But then they stopped. Because, again, if I'm not receiving information from my CCOP or my DCOP, why am I allocating funds to you?
Right.
Because then you have 300 developments giving money to these two organizations, and you understand what I'm saying?
There's some funny business.
So, and they at one point they wanted 10% of. Okay, put it like this: if annually I get $20,000 from HUD, you want 10% of my $20,000.
That's $2,000.
Right? What am I paying for?
Right.
What am I paying for?
If
you to give me
results,
for you to give
if
me a meal,
there's no results, you're giving it away, right?
Or sometimes just a meal. You understand? And again, like I said, no bash to anyone, but the structure sucks. It's there, but it needs to be revamped because it's no way that 7 people should represent 400,000.
That's true.
And those 7 people come down to that president, and whatever that one president says speaks for everybody.
Yeah.
Even though you have a board, what that one president says speaks for everybody. What I believe it should be, the same way you got the districts, I feel that CCOP board should have somebody from every single district on it. You understand?
I agree. 100%.
And it should be multiple CCOPs. It shouldn't be one CCOP.
Right.
It should be one CCOP for every borough.
Right.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It should be a CCOP for every borough.
I agree.
So, like, it was like the structure was built to fail.
There should be 2 CCOPs for every borough. I mean, depending on the number.
How many developments. And so, again, it just needs to be restructured. Because if there's over 200 representatives in Congress, it should be, and we have 300 presidents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, we definitely do need to get ourselves together. We need to do that. But it's Mother's Day weekend, y'all.
Yes,
and
anything,
we're not going to
And let's go be
tomorrow?
mamas. What are you doing tomorrow, mama?
I don't even know.
She want to stay home.
I do. I love my house.
What you doing, Ada?
I'm staying with my 4-legged child.
There it is.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
What
Mother's
you
Day.
doing, Miss Robin?
I'm going to a piano bar.
I'll be there.
And then I'm going to prepare for my St. Croix trip
When you leaving?
on the 20th. It's the day before my birthday.
I got time.
Yeah, when you get a moo-moo and, different, color bikinis.
You need stuff.
You know, and flip flops.
No, you gotta buy the flip flops.
No, I need some high heel sandals.
She never wears
for the
You need
nightlife.
some steppers. That's what we call them.
I need high heeled sandals for the nightlife.
I miss that. I can't wait. You know, all this weight is.
And I need something to dig my
Listen, shut up. I don't want to hear it because you're showing off right now. You understand what I'm saying? You're showing off right now.
I've been looking forward to this for a very long time.
I'm not going to rain on your parade, but I'm surely enough now. I want to hear about it when you come back.
All right.
And we'll do that. And I'm going to end the show with the video again.
Oh,
and
there
we'll
we go.
see you next week.
You just gotta play it, don't you? You
I have to
just
play it.
gotta
Listen.
keep playing it. It's
That's
your little
right.
baby.
Yeah,
it's your little baby.
It's my little
Look,
baby.
and the car in there is real, y'all. That's the gremlin. We got
That
the
is real.
gremlin in there.
That is, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about that video is I shot everything on my iPhone.
You can do everything on your iPhone.
Yeah, I did the whole thing. I did the whole shit on
You
my
can do
iPhone.
everything on your iPhone
everything.
now.
So it was great.
They
So,
make
here we
movies
go.
in your
Great
iPhone.
camera skills.
Yep, here you go.
And editing skills.
That little bitch be dancing, throw it back up on me all night. I know she be choosing only fuck, I'm rocking off white. They don't understand, we got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes right. I'm drifting that off-white.
Cardi in my wrist, she gon' do a twist. Pass it to my bro, hand her up, I get the assist. This a hit, no miss, cross her off the list. Send her home in Uber, her boyfriend, they probably pissed. Making money, dance, yeah. Do that money, dance, yeah. What he make him want, yeah, I get that if wanna dance, yeah. Money bulging out my pockets, she know I'm equipped. Did the dash, I ran up with a heart and caught me a lick. This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me. Only fucking with me, cause she see me up on TV. This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me. Only fucking with me, cause she see me up on TV. That little bitch be dancing, throw it back up on me all night. I know she be choosing only fuck, I'm rocking off white. They don't understand, we got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes right. I'm drifting that off-white. She steady chasing after me, saying that it feels right. She just need me in her life, all I need is one night. I don't have no time to waste, her boyfriend is gonna hate. She just want me to herself, but baby you kinda late. Telling me your boyfriend lame, baby I just can't relate. Maybe you just want the fame, see me in a private plane. SRT when I'm switching lanes, hit your phone when I'm in your state. Get you wetter than a lake, put that thing all in my face.
This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me. Only fucking with me, cause she see me up on TV. This girl ain't too needy, she think that she need me. Only fucking with me, cause she see me up on TV. That little bitch be dancing, throw it back up on me all night. I know she be choosing only fuck, I'm rocking off white. They don't understand, we got the party rocking all night. We gon' shoot a movie when I do it, make you feel right.
She said that she needs me, I never believe her. Talking like she wanna ride in a new two-seater. She wanna dance all night, talking about the vibes right. I'm drifting that off-white.